what is the difference between them? It is difference of the geography. And if you will go to southern part of our India, whatever it is now, that palm leaf grows.
Okay.
But if you go to northern India and western India, the cotton grows there. Palm trees does not grow there. It is go up to Bengal, some part of the extent of Bengal also palm leaf is available. Palm trees are available. But in western India, especially if you go to Maharashtra, some part of Maharashtra, Gujarat, Rajasthan, UP, palm tree does not grow there.
Right.
Because there is geographical condition.
Right.
So that's why the people, our ancestors, use the writing instrument to preserve their knowledge, what is what. So this is the only the preserving material,
Right.
the writing instrument. You can say. So the difference is because these all the paper manuscripts are made from cotton pulp. These are still, it is around 370 years old. Still it is flexible, still it is maintainable, and also we can handle it. When we did catalog.
कटन मतलब रुई से बनती है?
Yes, रुई का pulp से. पेपर के बारे में बहुत बड़ी अवधारणा. In about the paper, we have the sense whatever we informed in our classroom that it is came from China in 150 AD, NAW. And it traveled to Gulf, Europe somewhere, and from Europe to came India. Like this we are instructed in our classroom. Actually they are contradicting themselves. How it is the Aryan. Aryan was a Greece, means Macedonia's historian. He was in Alexander time. Alexander came to India around 400 BC or to whatever the time. BC. Chinese paper is 150 AD. Means almost 500 years, or more than 500 years gap is there. Aryan is telling when Alexander was defeated in India and went back to Greece. He was defeated. But in our history book, Indian government's website, they were telling that India is defeated, but in Britannica, Encyclopedia Britannica, he is writing that Alexander was severely defeated in India, that's why he was never fought in war after it. Right. Encyclopedia Britannica is writing, but in our India government's website is writing that Alexander defeated Purus. So because there is a different thing, the Aryan. After, because Alexander passed even somewhere in Babylonia, Iraq, that but in his military so many commanders were there who went back to Greek. And he informed to Aryan. Aryan is writing a history book about India that Yarkus telling me that we saw in India people were writing on paper. Means their own evidence.
Right.
It is the internal evidence, we cannot deny it also according to the research methodology also. So this means we are using paper in very far. For example, we are using Mahabharata. We are in history, we are probably informed that first Vedavyasa wrote Mahabharata in 24,000 slokas. He wrote only about Pandavas. But the peripheral stories were there so many. That's why Romaharshana wrote by extended it up to 65,000 slokas. So without paper we cannot continue this. Somebody's statement and we have to add. So that's why there should be a chronology. Only in human memory you cannot preserve all this. Then Sutaji extended into 1 lakh sloka. Like this, in a tradition. That's why in paper means we have, because so many texts are there, like Panini Sutra Grantha, or some astronomical calculation, that we have to maintain the sequence.
Right.
So then sequence means we have to document it properly.
Right.
Without writing instrument we cannot document. Then some also people say like that only there was Brahmi script and it is only inscription script, not scribing script. Means only some stone inscriptions are available there about Ashoka or whatever the king at that time. There is so it is not true also. Because sometimes people comes and ask, do you have the original manuscript which is written by Kalidas or Sankaracarya or whatever the original main author, first author? And this kind of questions why arises in our mind? From where we got that sense, that original? We are surviving civilization. We are in continuation. It is not our subject of whether it is original or duplicate or somebody copied it. because our knowledge tradition still it is flowing. Where it is stopped, it is their subject that we have to find out where it is original or not.
Very interesting.
है ना? We are surviving civilization.
Right.
Whatever it was taught by Sankaracarya, it was carried by his disciple. And his disciple, still tradition is living.
Right.
We have not killed us.
Yes.
We have not destroyed our identity. We are not lived in dark age for 800 years or 900 years, whatever the history tells.
Right.
So that's why it is not the question our subject. It is somebody's subject. Let them discuss. So like this, and also the script is different. One thing very peculiar thing. If you will see in the palm leaf, the scripts are in a rounded shape. If you will go to up to Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, scripts are also rounded.
Okay.
From Odisha, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, the scripts are in rounded shape. But if you go to Devanagari, Bangla, there is linear shape. Marathi, there is Devanagari also, they are using Devanagari. They are in linear shape. रेखीय लिपि और ये वर्तुलाकार लिपि हम जिसको कहते हैं राउंडेड से
Gujarati also straight.
स्ट्रेट बिकॉज गुजराती लिपि हिस्ट्री इज वेरी न्यू रिसेंट फिनोमेनन also 300-400 years.
It's all offshoots of Devanagari?
Yes.
Offshoots of Devanagari.
Main root is Brahmi.
Brahmi.
All scripts, all Indian scripts are by whatever we are using in Indian subcontinent, all are evolved from Brahmi.
Okay. So the main is Brahmi.
Brahmi. Because for example, I will show in Brahmi, this is Ka. In Devanagari, this is Ka. In Malayalam, this is Ka. Same thing you can change like the different shape. Base is Udiya like this Ka. Bangla Ka. Like
Odia and Telugu both are similar.
Rounded shape,
Rounded
rounding shape. Shape is the writing pattern is like this.
So how many alphabets are available as of now?
Yes,
How many alphabets are there originally in Brahmi? Approximately.
Approximately. Actually, in our Devanagari also, means alphabet means these are the sound symbols. Alphabet is nothing different.
Maheshwar Sutra.
Only sound symbols. Ko, it is means if you are writing ko, it is a sound symbol. O is a sound symbol. Like this, in our Sanskrit, we have means which is generally approved. If you will go to Vyakarana, this Dirgha Pluta, it is not commonly used, is 50.
Okay, right.
50 alphabets. Sound symbols, sounds are there. According to that, we created sound symbols.
Right.
In Brahmi, how many say
This is also like around
like,
this.
like around 50.
Around 50. Because in our Upasana Shastra, for these alphabets, there is a stuti.
Okay.
Because these alphabets are the means structure, the body of Bhagdevi.
We call them phonemes.
पंचाशत लिपिभिर विभक्त मुखदा कनवद्ध वक्षस्थलाम न पंचाशत लिपिभिर विभोदम मतलब in by this पंचाशत 50 letters the structure of Bhag Devata is created like this. So that's why, because also you can practice in our practice, we are whatever the symbol, the sounds we are using, that is around 50.
Right.
And you can in Malayalam and say in some Prakruta Bhasha, means state language, some difference are there because it is the time and other influences are there. But our base is 50. 50 sounds are there. 50 type of sounds. Dhvani. Our this Dhvani Shastra is Dhvani science. It's very, it was very described very scientifically and meticulously. It was arranged also. So that's why it is different thing. But in general way, if somebody asks how many sound symbols are there in Sanskrit, it is 50.
Right.
Like this.
ये वाला पेपर
हाँ ये जो है ये क्या है कि जो whenever we write in palm leaf, it has its every मतलब writing instrument has its own advantage and detractors also. Like this, if you write in palm leaf in linear shape, it is sometimes it may tear the leaf. So that's why they put it round shape. But in paper there is no problem. You can write in any way, both in a round way and linear way. But
Tree
linear way
bars,
is simple and write to
grass
fast.
reeds, these are also available.
Ji sir?
Grass reeds, tree bars.
Yes, yes. That is
What are the how many forms of material to write on?
It is the, I told first, it is the geographical condition. It
Right.
depends on the geographical condition. If you go to Assam, there is Agrupat, Sanchipat is there. This is the bark of the aguru tree.
Okay.
Then there is some seasoning processes are there. In palm leaf also there is seasoning process also there. They follow it, after it, then make it ready to write.
Right.
If you go to Himalayan belt like this, maybe some Jammu Kashmir or Uttaranchal, Uttarakhand, earlier they were using the Bhoj bark. Bhoj trees are there. In Gangotri, there is in Gomukh to Gangotri road, there is a Bhoj Basa is placed there.
Right.
There generally Bhoj trees are grows there. Now there are very few because people chopped it off. So that is different thing.
I have
But
a question. I have some question.
yes,
MRC, you might have heard the name.
yes.
MRC.
We have also
This-
here.
yeah, that
MCC
I am asking that.
Yes,
Manuscript Resource Center,
yes,
government agency, government
Yes.
of India.
yes, sir.
Is
Yes,
there a nodal agency here?
Yes.
They are digitizing all these things.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you within that purview?
Yes,
or-
sir. Yes, sir. We also digitized all our
But
repository.
the Asiatic society
Yes,
is doing.
but digitalization is not also solve the problem because it is very volatile, fragile also, digital format. Because the time to time the technology changing. So if you are taking in digital format, its life maximum 10 to 15 years. But in hard copy, it may sustain up to 400 years, 500 years.
And this manuscript also getting vitiated. I reported in Asiatic society. Some of those who are entering the data, they are not well versed in manuscript.
Yes.
And those who are well versed, they do not know computer.
No,
Which
now
is-
we are also doing, I am also doing, I
No,
am
no,
also
these scripts are not there available. All are not there.
Actually, you have to need to practice. It is a proper training also. It needs training to read the manuscripts.
Right.
It is not a very difficult task, man, which too long like time taking. It is not. Within 2-3 months or 4 months practice, we can be acquainted with this.
वो लैंग्वेज मलयालम
हाँ, ये है मलयालम स्क्रिप्ट है, ये है ग्रंथ स्क्रिप्ट है तमिलनाडु का। ये
स्क्रिप्ट ग्रंथ है
हाँ, मतलब लैंग्वेज इज संस्कृत।
लैंग्वेज
Language, हाँ। Actually, up to 1835, in Sanskrit also there is a very lot different kind of notions are there. Generally now people are trying to make it Sanskrit easy. Sanskrit is neither easy nor difficult. It is a separately designed language for the instruction, for teaching purpose. Because in few words, one word we can say that we have to explain in English, it takes at least 5 to 10 sentences. But in one word we can say this, convey our total message. Like now sir is telling the tat, by tat sab. We can carry forward, bring forward, but in other language this facility is not there.
Yeah, one more question I have, sir.
Yes, sir.
Kokila,
Hmm.
Raha,
Huh.
all the scripts,
Huh.
they are prepared, this IITM so
Yes, yes, yes.
So are they sufficient to just transcript all these things?
अब सर एक्चुअली दो प्रकार के आजकल जैसे आजकल आगे नाउ देयर इज दिस मींस व्हाट इज कॉल्ड दिस
Previously we
in
used
a
to do
computer
for
digital two
Unicode
kind of
directly.
scripts are there. What is-
Binary.
binary or and one other is no, that is the binary language is for the programming, but scripts are there. What is it? Unicode form. And the another one is what is it called? Forgetting the name.
ASCII bound or like
No, no.
Unicode.
If it is in Unicode font,
10 to
any
10,
font is
any
there,
font,
it is easy to read and transfer the data in any
Icons.
format. It is easy because its property will be not lost. But in other rather than Unicode, what is a font is there now? Generally, all fonts are coming in Unicode format, so there is no problem.
इसका ये लैंग्वेज क्या है
ये है देवनागरी है, लिपि है, संस्कृत है. So whatever paper manuscripts they were creating from cotton pulp, acid free and bleach free. Whatever paper now we are getting from machine made, they use hard bleach and very hard chemicals also. So that's why actually these all are the organic cheese. Now whatever the paper we are preparing, these are all the organic materials. But we are adding into it bleach and chemicals. So by the time being it gets some effect. When it gets exposed to the weather or this.
Yeah, those chemicals will corrode the
And they
material.
react in some
They
way,
will
whatever.
corrode the material.
That's why it get pale and also some kind of crumble also, fragile also like this things.
Right.
But in these are the acid free.
Acha.
That's why it can sustain up to 400 to 500 years. If you
Because
will,
of the-
it is 370 years. Actually, Grantha script, it is basically of Tamil Nadu script. Tamil Nadu, there is Tamil script, earlier it was there. But Tamil script is not sufficient to transcribe the Sanskrit text. Because there are only 26 to 30 alphabets or letters are there. But in Sanskrit we have 50 letters. So we cannot transfer 50 letters into 30. So that's why in Tamil Nadu also they called it this is Brahmanic script. Because the scholars, they were using Grantha script to write Sanskrit text. That's why it is only it has not that separate language. It is only script we are using to write the Sanskrit literature. For Sanskrit knowledge, whatever repositories are there. Sarada, it was in Kashmir. Sarada, Devanagari, all scripts are evolved from
Sir,
Brahmi script.
Can you just name a few other scripts beside Prakrit is there, Pali is there?
This is Prakruta is a bhasha.
Acha.
Prakruta all Bangla, Marathi, Udiya, Tamil, Telugu all are as Prakrut and Sanskrit. And first we have to know the difference. What is the Sanskrit?
Okay.
Because Malayalam is related to one geography, that is Kerala. Marathi language is related to one geography, that is Maharashtra. Telugu language is related to one geography, that is Andhra. Bangla language is related to one geography, that is Bengal. But Sanskrit language, where it is related? So it is its nature. Sanskrit means which is pollution free.
Also pollute.
Pollution free is called
Classified.
Sanskrit. No. The thing which cannot be polluted, that is called Sanskrit.
Sanskrit.
The
The person who cannot be corrupted, he is called Susanskrit.
Very
Understand now? The language which cannot be polluted, that is called Sanskrit. If it is Sanskrit, that cannot be polluted.
Yes.
Right.
A person, if he is a Susanskrit, he cannot be corrupted.
There is no dialect for Sanskrit, in other words.
Right.
Understand
For
my
other
point?
languages, there are
So
dialects.
Prakrut means one is called educated person. We are in English also. He is an uneducated person. He is an uneducated person. Uneducated person is called Prakruta Janaha. The
Okay.
person is using that language is Prakruta language. The
Okay.
person is educated is called Susanskruta Janaha.
Yes.
Susanskruta Jana is using Sanskrit language. This is the
Yes.
basic difference. And total difference this is. Not there is nothing a subject of fighting or there are Prakrut or there are Sanskrit.
Right.
अच्छा आनंद जी आप इसको पढ़ सकते हैं
हाँ जी बिल्कुल मैंने सब
एक
बहुत
पढ़
सारे
के
क्लास
बताइए ब्रह्म पुराण एक लाइन पढ़ के दिखाइए
पर उस लाइन में जाना पड़ेगा इधर से उल्टा हो जाता है ये उल्टा है ना तो उस साइड से पढ़ना पड़ेगा ठीक है
नहीं इधर से आइए इधर से आइए
I think sir.
लगभग जो होता है सेम रहता है तो हम जब कैटलॉग when we prepare the catalog we put all the information about the catalog about its content and also physical extent. Physical extent means the size of the text, how many lines are there, how many letters are there, like this. So there is earlier there is our calculation system, how many granthas are there, means each and alphabet is called grantha. One line means they first calculate the how many letters are there in one line. Then how many pages are there in one, how many lines are there one page. They multiply it. Then how many pages are there? How many pages are there? Then they multiply it. According to that, we calculate this much letters are there in this text. This is the means overall idea, not exactly we can say that this is the number. Estimated.
और इतना परफेक्टली
हाँ परफेक्टली
एक भी गुजर
एक्चुअली क्या है ये जो हमारे यहाँ जो भारत में अर्लियर इन आवर इंडिया देयर इट वाज ए प्रोफेशन हु वर प्रोड्यूसिंग पेपर एंड स्क्राइबिंग कम्युनिटी इन बंगाल इट इज कॉल्ड कायस्थ इन उत्तर भारत यूपी एंड बिहार इट इज कॉल्ड कायस्थ ऑल दे सेन दे आर स्क्राइब कम्युनिटी in Odisha it is called Karna, in Assam it is called Khanikara, like this. They were scribe community. If they are professional scribe,
dedicated to just scripting.
Actually earlier
They would not understand, but they would just sit there and write.
Sometimes they understand. They are also educated people. They are also well versed and well informed people. But it is their
But
profession.
not necessary.
Not necessary, but
Mostly
overall they
okay.
know the basic things
Right.
they will know.
Right.
Otherwise doing the
Karnik
basic.
and Kulakarni also comes from that.
Like this.
Ah.
And also it was a profession. Earlier the scholars, according to their status, they had their own scribe. If it is a higher level scholar, he might have 300 scribe, 400 scribe like this. According to Abhinava Gupta, he was a great scholar and Upasak also, Kashmir. He had 300 scribe always accompanied him. 300 scribes.
So as he is talking, these people are
Not
writing.
taking if some place he got some scripture also, he told is to scribe immediately copy it.
Oh.
Like this. And whatever he telling, they are taking notes. Means like today's day stenographer.
Sir, in Kolkata, we have a building by name Writers Building.
Yes.
That's a different context, but ultimately scribing.
No.
Writing.
No.
No.
One thing.
Writing
No.
administrative.
No. There is a very good peculiar thing. Means kayastha word there is. Kayastha. In Bengal, in UP, they call kayastha. Kayastha means is secretariat.
Yeah.
Kaya means secretariat. Stha means who works in Kaya secretariat is called Kayastha. The person who works in secretariat he is called Kayastha. Kaya word is Sanskrit word, Kaya means secretariat.
That is why they
Kayastha
Loud,
is a lower caste also, no?
Chitragupta, na?
Chitragupta.
Yamaji Chitragupta ke साथ में
This
discussion
word is
करते हैं.
very confusing. Caste word itself is confusing.
It's a
Because
Varna
it is
system.
their extent, Europeans problem, we are adopting their problem into us. It is not a problem.
For us it is Varna system, that's correct.
Varna means not, if you are in profession, if also, see in today also, if a person is a IS officer, he needs first his wife should be IS officer or IPS or same category. If a person is a doctor, if you want to get married, he thinks that my wife should be also doctor. Your doctor community, jati word means is samuha. Caste word I do not know meaning its etymology. I do not know its epistemology, from where it comes. But what is its root? But our Indian word I know jati. Jati means mass, samuha. If there is 100 of doctors, we call that jatis of doctors. If there are 200 engineers are there, we call this as the jatis of engineers. Samuha.
बैंक में गया तो बैंकिंग कम्युनिटी गोइंग ऑन स्ट्राइक बोलते हैं उसको कम्युनिटी
Community jati, samuha.
Jati, हाँ.
No, even epigraphically in Kannada, so many Shilashasanas are there. Because this temple architecture developed there from 5th century Chalukya times onwards, lot of land donations, even grants in certain areas have been given to sthapatis, the actual artists, not to Agraharams and Brahmanas.
Yeah.
You know, so
No, Brahmana, these
So there are some
Brahmanas are, they
there
are
are
the
also
only
some
creator, idea creator.
who are actually artisans. They are
Yes.
Vishwakarma.
जैसे हम बिल्डिंग बनाते हैं आर्किटेक्चर का, इससे कोई लेना देना नहीं है, लेबर लोग आगे काम करके बिल्डिंग खड़े कर देते हैं, लेकिन आर्किटेक्चर ज्यादा पैसा ले जाता है। आर्किटेक्ट जो होता है वो ज्यादा पैसा लेता है,
चाहिए लेने वाले
बस सेवा करता है।
लेकिन लेबर को 50 रुपया मिलता है, आर्किटेक्ट 20 लाख रुपया ले जाता है। इसीलिए कि वो ज्ञान का प्रभाव है, जो हमारा कोई भी कर्म वो ज्ञान से प्रभावित ज्यादा बनता है।
आजकल मार्केटिंग का प्रभाव है सर, ज्ञान छोड़ के
नहीं, मार्केटिंग के पीछे भी ज्ञान चाहिए। But some to like this means dust color like this. Pandu means earlier when the original scholar or author first he dictation, he gave dictation. His scribe first write by one the earlier the chalk is coming. This is like stone shape, soft stone. By that stone first he wrote on this earth. Go by that cow dung that make it the surface properly. On that by that chalk he write it. That is called Panduliti. Pandu because this is the grey color, something like dust color like this.
पांडु व्याधि भी मोरल एक सेंस है।
Yes. इसका लाइट जला क्या लाइट?
हाँ हाँ।
में लाइट जला। ये इधर हम लोग इसका डिजिटल कैमरा वहाँ सेट करते हैं, इसमें हमने कैमरा सेट करके फिर लाइट में लेकर ये डिजिटाइजेशन के लिए। अच्छा। अगर ये डिजिटाइजेशन फॉर्मेट अगर मार्केट से खरीदेंगे 2 लाख रुपया पड़ जाएगा। तो हमने यही स्क्रू देख करके आइडिया लगा करके फैब्रिकेटर से बनाए, 50,000 में सब काम हो गया।
ऊपर में कैमरा कौन सा लगाते हैं?
कैमरा हम लगाते हैं कैनन का 90D 70D उसका लगाते हैं, और ये मैनुअल हाइड्रोलिक है, आप उसको ऊपर नीचे कर सकते हैं। अगर ऐसे ढंग से सेटअप खरीदेंगे बाजार से डायरेक्ट रेडीमेड 2 लाख का पड़ता है।
सही बात
और ये ज़्यादा हैवी है, बहुत बढ़िया है। इधर लीड स्क्रू यहाँ दिया है, 2.5 फीट का दिया है, तो इसको आप पूरा यहाँ तक ले जा सकते हैं, यहाँ तक ला सकते हैं। और ये भी एडजस्टेबल है, कैमरा को आप आगे पीछे भी ले जा सकते हैं।
तो उससे इंस्टॉलेशन ठीक होता है? कैमरा से
बढ़िया
अच्छा होता है?
बढ़िया।
स्कैनर से ज़्यादा अच्छा फर्क नहीं पड़ता?
वो सब 15 लाख रुपये का है।
स्कैनर जो है बुका ही देख रहे
हाँ,
हैं,
बुका ही
बुका ही देख रहे
हाँ,
हैं।
12-15 लाख
स्क्रिप्ट
का।
यहाँ पे रखा जाता
बुका
है।
ही तो 17 लाख रुपए का है।
हाँ, वही जो भी अभी रेट बढ़ गया होगा, मैं पुराना रेट 8-10 साल पुराना रेट
तो
बता
कैमरे से आपका आ जाता है?
बढ़िया। हमारा जितना भी सारा है सब उसी में है। बढ़िया कलर कैलिब्रेशन के साथ लेते हैं, एंगल कंट्रोल सब सेट करके लेते हैं,
बढ़िया।
तो इसलिए कोई परेशानी नहीं है।
कौन सा D90 यूज करते हैं?
हाँ, D90 D से पहले हमारे पास D70 था, अभी हमें फिर थोड़ा सा पैसा कहीं से मिला था, D90 ले लिया। और दूसरी बात है ये भी जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट का पूरे साल में सब ले
ऐसा सब
15 साल
वही
बदलना पड़ता है।
कौन से फॉर्मेट में सेव करते हैं?
हम
ये पे
हमारे के लिए तो रॉ फॉर्मेट में रखते हैं, सामने वाला को जैसा चाहिए हम वैसे ही दे देते हैं, चाहे टीप में मांगे, जेब में मांगे, हम वैसे करके देते हैं। उसको फोटोशॉप में डालेंगे, कलर कैलिब्रेशन चेक करेंगे।
वो कलर किस लिए है?
वही कलर कैलिब्रेशन चेक RGB चेक करते हैं ना जो फोटोशॉप में,
अच्छा।
उसके लिए।
स्केलिंग और कलर के लिए।
हाँ। ये स्क्राइब्ड नहीं है, एनग्रेव्ड है।
पाम लीफ एंग्रेव्ड ही होता है, उसके बाद
नहीं,
लेकिन इंक डालते हैं उसमें।
और ये वाला क्या है?
नेपाल में जो है सारा स्क्राइब्ड है।
अच्छा, पाम लीफ स्क्राइब्ड है?
हाँ, वो केचुआ के रस से बनाए हैं, एक प्रकार जो अर्थवर्म होता है ना,
हाँ।
उसके रस से एक प्रकार इंक बनाते थे, जो आजकल मार्कर पेन की तरह होता है, उसमें लिखेंगे और पानी में डालेंगे तो छूटेगा।
अच्छा, मेरे को तो ये पता था गड्ढा करता है फिर इंक घुस जाता
हाँ,
है।
वो तो है, वो
और
तो
हर
है।
थोड़ी देर में इंक डालनी भी पड़ेगी।
लेकिन बंगाल और नेपाल के जो दरबार महल लाइब्रेरी में है, वो सारा इंक से लिखा गया हाथ से।
ये वाला क्या है? मतलब इंक से? हाँ,
ना, ये एनग्रेव्ड है।
एनग्रेव्ड है।
बंगाल में
और ये
जितना
सब
है, ये तो हाथ से लिखा
हाथ
गया,
से
इंक
लिखा गया।
है, वेजिटेबल इंक से लिखा।
और ये वाला?
ये स्टाइलस है, इसी से एनग्रेव्ड होता था।
अच्छा।
दैट वाज द राइटिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट।
एंड वो सब?
यही सब हम खाली डिस्प्ले के लिए रखे हैं, लोगों को बताने के लिए।
अच्छा, वो सब से भी
हाँ, वही है,
किया जाता
engraved
है।
होता है, stylus।
Engraved।
ভিডিওটি ভালো লেগে থাকলে লাইক কমেন্ট শেয়ার করতে ভুলবেন না। আর আপনি যদি আমার চ্যানেলে নতুন হয়ে থাকেন তাহলে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে পাশে থাকা বেল বাটনটি প্রেস করে দেবেন। শেষ অবধি ভিডিওটি দেখার জন্য অনেক ধন্যবাদ।